Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Brendan, and I hope all of you guys are having a great day no matter where you are from. And today we have a lot going on across the board. We have a lot of cool crypto news to talk about. And we have some really big gainers on the day that need to be addressed. So of course, as always, we're going to be going over what's happening in the chart as well as the news, and then explain the correlation between the two of them to keep all of you up to date. So let's go ahead and take the initial look here at the chart and what's happening across the board of crypto. Ethereum's up nearly 4% on the day. Bitcoin's up another 1.5%. But as we scroll down here, there's some big outliers like AVAX up almost 13.5%. And another one that we're going to have to talk about, which is the Apecoin that was just released as well. Uniswap's up about 6%, Decentraland's up about 5.5%, Sandbox is up nearly 10%, and making another big push. But crypto, for the most part, in another green day, which is what you like to see right now. But we have some really cool news articles to go over as well, because as I said, Bored Ape Yacht Club. Now, if you guys don't know, we're going to talk about this in today's video because there's a lot to unpack. But they're actually just started their own new crypto as well as bought out CryptoPunks. And they have a coin called Apecoin, and it is up nearly 725% at the time of making this video. So quite the ordeal nonetheless. We're going to go ahead and take a look at what this means for them, what all of this how this is going to essentially impact. But there's a lot happening over here. We have some more news coming out of the overseas exchanges. Binance actually wins a crypto license for Dubai after days of just FTX having theirs. And then, of course, some big Ukraine news talking about cryptocurrencies and how they're trying to establish a regulatory framework. And as all of this is happening, Rarible and OpenSea are having a continued battle for who wants to be the dominant crypto platform as interest continues to leave OpenSea. So let's talk about what's happening on the chart over here, and then we'll work our way through some of this news. But what's happening on Bitcoin right now is we are seeing just a little bit of consolidation. We've talked about this, and I've continued to talk about this on both Crypt Nation and on the channel of I do see there being a squeeze happening. However, there is a level of resistance and support that I would say cryptocurrencies really kind of just stuck between. If you want to measure out the last highs, you could argue that eventually, if this pattern keeps up, we should have some sort of an ascending triangle. But right now, I really don't see this as a trade zone, right? Because we're at yearly lows. We have a very strong resistance that we haven't been able to break. We also have our 200 EMA above us, and we're sitting just playing bouncy ball with our 50 EMA or our 50 moving average exponential. So overall, I really don't want to trade this so long as it is below resistance and above support. I just see like so much of this as just chop, and like I think the overall macro trend is still very much up on Bitcoin, and we talked about that. Still very much higher macro lows every time we form these, but I really want to see what Bitcoin's going to do and what the whole crypto market's going to do in this no man's zone. You know, are we going to break out? Are we going to break down? Are we just going to chop sideways? This is the time where I am using this time to learn a lot of new skills and grow my knowledge in the space. Now, if we also want to go take a look at the total too, this guy is looking, I want to say, a little bit better than Bitcoin. I really don't think that there's a lot to be said here that we haven't already said in a lot of the previous videos, in the same fact that very large down-forming resistance is now meeting in some way a pretty extended support line that goes almost 13-14 months back now. And so what you have is you have also the moving averages acting as very, very clear resistance, but also you have this downtrending support for Bitcoin as well. And so with these guys converging on each other, and if nothing else, even if you don't want to count the support, you can acknowledge the fact that price action is having a very, very hard fight right now with this resistance level. And it's a game of how are we going to react here? Are we going to break out? Are we going to break to the upside? Or are we going to reject this and then just like start tanking? So I think this is a battle of how are we going to react to these levels, and then potentially making any kind of a decision from there. Now, if you guys want to get my technical analysis and ask me questions in a lot more detail than what I do on my YouTube, head over to Crypt Nation. I got a link to them in the description down below, and that's where I go over all of this stuff early with a lot more detail, and you have access to ask me direct questions as well over there. So there's a link to that below. But let's talk about the news now. Ukraine's president has just signed a law establishing a regulatory framework for cryptocurrency, essentially fully legalizing it nationwide. So this is a really, really cool thing. Is this unexpected? I would say no. We know just how much cryptocurrency donations have been pouring into the country. And as a result of this, I think it was really a matter of time until they gave it almost free reign in a sense, because they started using this more than their local currency, the hryvnia. From all of the studies that I've seen, they are now transacting far more in cryptocurrency than they are in hryvnias. So, by all means, hold me accountable if I'm wrong there, but crypto seems to be the dominant form of currency inside of Ukraine, and they're also trying to join the EU, which I would imagine would give them access to the euro as well. So they're looking to kind of just spread their wings and get out here, and they seem to be extremely bullish on crypto, and if they weren't, they wouldn't be passing these kinds of laws to make cryptocurrencies far more bullish than they had previously been in the country. Now, in another country's news, we also have Binance winning a license overseas over in Dubai. Now, this came just days after they got their license with FTX, or FTX got their license over there, but Dubai is a very, very rich and luxurious space. People over there are, for the most part, exceedingly wealthy, so long as you're not an employee for those wealthy people, if that makes sense. It's a very, very rich place, and the people over there have a lot of money. So I think cryptocurrency getting more access, more accessibility overall in a location like this is a really, really good thing to see, because these are the people that we want being influenced by cryptocurrency. These are the people that we want buying cryptocurrency, and ultimately these are the people that we want to create more cryptocurrency products and invest their money into it and build up the industry as a whole, because these are really, really large whales, I guess you could say. Now, on the news of Bored Ape Yacht Club releasing their cryptocurrency, they have most recently, now they're governed by a DAO, but they have most recently bought let me correct that. Apecoin is going to be governed by a DAO, not necessarily the people behind Bored Ape Yacht Club. The people behind Bored Ape Yacht Club, Yuga Labs, have most recently bought in CryptoPunks, and they also own a lot of other things inside of the NFT space, like Mutant Apes and Mutant Ape Yacht Club, Bored Ape Yacht Club, and all of those other ones that are associated with it. So for them to now own what I would say are the two top NFT projects, Bored Ape Yacht Club and CryptoPunks, this is pretty significant, and they've actually decided to launch their cryptocurrency, Apecoin, that is just flying, and I mean flying today. Now, of course, it went up and then down, and it's trying to figure out what it wants to do with price, but if you got early access to this in any way, and I believe to their holders of their NFTs, they got early access to like thousands or tens of thousands of dollars to these tokens. You probably made quite a nice penny over here, because it's currently at about $8 a coin, and I believe it started around $1 a coin. So still up despite it falling just a little bit. Volume is growing. People are really, really liking to trade this, and Apecoin is going to be governed by a DAO, and it's going to be unique to see exactly how people will want to use these tokens and how they're going to interact. This is going to be a growing use case as time goes on. They have a pretty cool idea of what they want to do over here with this. And if you're interested in the NFT space, this is definitely something to potentially bob your head into and take a look at. Now, Coinbase's NFT, on the other hand, Coinbase's NFT segment could add more than $1 billion in annual revenue, says Needham. Now, this comes after Coinbase is trying to take I guess capitalization on the fact that OpenSea is a little bit dropping the ball right now. As is, I almost made a comparison to MetaMask. MetaMask is also dropping the ball, but OpenSea is dropping the ball, and there's a lot of people that are trying to capitalize on this. You have Rarible that's trying to capitalize this. You have Crypto.com's NFT marketplace, FTX's, and now Coinbase's. And they're all trying to capitalize on this opportunity that while OpenSea is falling in favor with NFT traders around the world, they're trying to capitalize on this, which leads us directly into the next article that Rarible actually bests OpenSea on multi-chain support with the addition of Polygon NFTs. Polygon becomes Rarible's 4th supported blockchain. OpenSea only supports 3 different blockchains. I believe it's Ethereum, Solana, and I forget what their third is. Maybe it was, I'm actually not sure what their third is. But Rarible now becomes a pretty significant figure, and we're seeing a lot more money come into Rarible. And this really goes back to the idea that people were measuring the success of the NFT industry strictly off of OpenSea. And although they were the biggest, there's a lot more that goes into the NFT industry than just what is transacted on OpenSea. And I think it's an unjust way to read the entire industry and how it's performing if you're just measuring OpenSea volume, because I don't think that that's a realistic metric at the end of the day. Now, if all exchanges volumes are falling and all prices are falling, it's probably safe to say that the NFT industry is getting hurt right now. But to say that you're only going to look at one exchange's volume and nothing else, not look at price, not look at anything else, I think it's, and I would say also initial sales are another big thing. Not only primary sales, but secondary sales inside of NFTs. There's a lot that goes into this stuff. So, the NFT industry is still certainly booming. I'm going to try to actually get an NFT expert on the channel here pretty soon. Was talking with him just a little bit the other day. He actually has his own YouTube channel as well. So I'm excited to potentially do some sort of collaboration with him. And that way, all of you who have NFT questions can pick his brain and get influence, or I guess not influence, but more insight from someone who knows a lot more about the industry and then someone who's a lot more plugged in than myself. But let's go ahead and wrap up this video, everyone. I hope you all did enjoy. Keep yourself safe out there. Prepare yourself for all the news. There's a lot of cool stuff happening in cryptocurrency. And once again, congratulations on everyone for another beautiful green day. If you like the content that I have, consider liking and subscribing. And if you're new here, once again, welcome. I make content like this every single week, multiple times a week. So if you like this, make sure you stick around because we have more coming very, very soon.